Dear hopefuls, happy Tuesday. My tea is like perfect drinking temperature right now. It's just, I think I just want to do this. So over the weekend, I went out to eat with my parents. Ended up going to a Chinese restaurant that they go out to eat at, I think, a bit, like once every couple of weeks, few weeks, whatever. They invited me to come and I was like, free food? Okay. So we order our food and we get mounds of food. We get more food than the three of us could possibly eat in one sitting. I think that this is a pretty regular occurrence at Chinese restaurants. No matter where you are, they always serve you a lot of food, make sure that you're very well fed, and I always have more food than I could ever dream of eating in one sitting. So we're sitting in a little booth. It's mom and I are on one side and then dad's across from us, and then on the other side of him in the booth next to us there was a little girl facing me, and she was probably 9, 10, 11, somewhere in that age range, and I keep catching her looking at me out of the corner of her eye. You know that kind of look where like you're trying to look to see what they're doing, but you're trying not to be obvious. Right, so I catch her kind of looking at me and I'm like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Hi, it's me. Am I famous? No. So I've got this giant feast in front of me and we're at a Chinese restaurant in Newport, Maine. So you don't really get given chopsticks. If you want chopsticks, you gotta ask for them. And I like eating Chinese food with chopsticks. Like, I just feel like that's the way to do it, especially since you guys know went traveling around Asia for a couple months. I feel at home with chopsticks now. Me and chopsticks have an understanding. So yes, I am pretentious now. So I asked my mom to go get me some chopsticks because she was on the outside, not because I'm a spoiled brat. And once I get the chopsticks, I'm like going to town on my veggie lo mein. And the little girl that was in the booth next to us gets up, walks by, goes to the bathroom, and when she comes back, she's carrying some chopsticks. And I watched her get into the booth, trying to use these chopsticks, like trying her darndest, has one in each hand, going at it, trying to figure out how to hold them correctly, which I've seen some adults that don't know how to hold a pair of chopsticks, and that's fine. That's whatever, it's what it is, but it's really cute because she keeps looking up at me, eating away with my lo mein with my chopsticks. She's like garden shearing it, like trying to pick stuff up with these chopsticks. It was really cute. It warmed my little Grinch heart. And it's just that tiny stuff like that that reminds me that kids are watching. They are constantly watching to see what we as adults, I'm an adult, are doing, and they try to mimic it and they try to copy it. And it's just little stuff like that, just something so small as seeing someone use chopsticks, so now I want to try using chopsticks. Like, it just reminds me so much that I have to be extra conscious of being a good role model for younger kids, because I know that they're watching. I put all of my stuff online very publicly. The only thing that has any sort of gate, security, that's the word, is my Facebook, and I only let people be friends with me on Facebook that I know. Everything else is open, everything else is public, and I'm very aware of what I'm putting online. And it's just that tiny thing from a young stranger that reminds me that every path that you cross, you can affect everyone that you meet. Even if it's in the tiniest way, even if it's in passing, you can have an effect on them. And I just want to make sure that all of my encounters with everyone is as positive as possible. That does not mean that I am perfect or strive to be perfect. It just means that I do my best to be the person that I would have wanted young me to look up to. Does that make sense? I just feel like if everyone tried a little bit more to be positive and help out the people that are around them, it could really add up and make a really huge difference. It's just kind of interesting to think about. That girl probably has absolutely no passing thought of me ever again. It was just that small interaction in a Chinese restaurant trying to use chopsticks, and in that moment she looked up to me. It just makes me want to be better. It makes me want to be better every single day. And as a teenager, I never wanted to be somebody's role model. So that was like, who cares? Don't want to do that. I think that's one of my biggest goals. Like, I just want to be a role model, and I hope that I am a good one because people are watching. Well, that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you made it this far. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And you can subscribe to me over on my main channel where I vlog and sometimes read my high school diary out loud for fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I will meet you back here next Tuesday.